A very good afternoon to all of you. You're watching Midday News. My name is Aditi Nagpal Girotra. Before we go ahead, let's take a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Modi to address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight. In a tweet says, we'll share vital aspects relating to the COVID-19 menace. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan holds meeting with National Centre for Disease Control officials. Lockdown in 560 districts across 32 states and union territories. Curfew in Punjab, Maharashtra, Puducherry and 2 districts of Madhya Pradesh. Providers of essential goods and services exempted from the ban on movement. Legal action to be taken against violators. Election Commission defers Rajya Sabha polls scheduled for March 26th. Domestic passenger flights to be banned from midnight today. Foreign passengers to be stopped at all 107 immigration checkposts. COVID-19 investigations begin at 15,000 collection centres of 12 private laboratories. Rapid spread of coronavirus infection continues. WHO cautions against the use of untested drugs to treat COVID-19. Deaths due to virus reach 15,873 worldwide. South Africa and Britain under lockdown for 3 weeks with 601 fresh casualties. Death toll in Italy exceeds 6,000. And sworn in as Chief Minister for the 4th time in Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan wins confidence motion in the State Assembly, calls checking of spread of coronavirus infection his biggest priority. Prime Minister Modi congratulates Chauhan on becoming CM. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 8 p.m. today on the coronavirus outbreak. In a Twitter message, PM Modi said he will address the nation on vital aspects relating to the menace of COVID-19. Prime Minister Modi had earlier addressed the nation on 19th March on efforts to combat the virus on 19th March. In his address, he called for a Janata curfew on Sunday, which was a success. He had also urged people to express gratitude to the frontliners in the war against coronavirus, including doctors and those providing essential services, by clapping on ringing bells in their balconies, terraces or lawns for 5 minutes at 5 p.m. The lockdown has been implemented across the country post the Janata curfew. Our top focus on Rajya Sabha TV, stepping up the battle against coronavirus. A total of 560 districts across 32 states and union territories in the country have imposed complete lockdown, as number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 infections rise to 492, with 446 active cases across the country. 95 fresh cases of coronavirus infections were recorded on Monday, the biggest jump so far. 2 deaths were also reported, taking the toll in India to 9. Kerala has reported 95 COVID-19 cases, while the number of cases in Maharashtra is 97. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan held a meeting with officials of the National Centre for Disease Control in Delhi over the coronavirus situation.
अभी पिछले 3-4 दिन में ही मैंने देखा कि लगभग 64,000 पैसेंजर्स जो हैं 21 तारीख से लेकर अभी के बीच में विदेशों से भारत में आए हैं, जिसमें से लगभग 8,000 से ज़्यादा को सरकार की क्वारंटाइन फैसिलिटीज़ में रखा गया है और लगभग 56,000 जो है वो होम क्वारंटाइन में है। तो ये समय वो है जिसमें कि होम क्वारंटाइन और सरकारी क्वारंटाइन में रहने वाले लोगों को भी सरकार की व्यवस्था से कोऑपरेट करना है, समाज के साथ कोऑपरेट करना है, अपने घर के लोगों के साथ कोऑपरेट करना है।
Punjab, Puducherry, Chandigarh and Maharashtra have announced curfew in the state. Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh said on Monday that there will be no relaxation barring essential services. Announcing the curfew on Monday, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said The fight against coronavirus has reached a turning point, and only medicines and other essential services will be available during this period. Soon after taking oath as Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan imposed curfew in Bhopal and Jabalpur, where coronavirus cases have been found.
हमने एक महत्वपूर्ण फैसला किया है। हमारे 2 जिले, 2 शहर जबलपुर और भोपाल, जहां पॉजिटिव केस पाए गए हैं, दोनों जिलों में कर्फ्यू लगेगा। अपने आप को बांध लीजिए ताकि हम इस महामारी को फैलने से रोक सकें।
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has said that those violating the lockdown in Delhi will face strict action, as many people ignored lockdown instructions on Monday. Delhi police has sealed all border pickets and said curfew passes will be issued to people associated with essential services. Section 144 has been imposed in the national capital till 31st March. Metros, autos, taxis and cab aggregators have already suspended their services due to the lockdown.
मेरी आप सब लोगों से विनती है, हमने पूरी ताकत लगा दी है इसको रोकने के लिए। सरकार की सारी ताकत लगा दी है, केंद्र सरकार, सारी राज्य सरकारें मिलके इसको रोकने के लिए कोशिश कर रही है। आपका साथ चाहिए। अब सब लोग लॉकडाउन का पूरा पालन करेंगे। अगर लॉकडाउन का पालन नहीं हुआ तो सरकार को सख्ती करनी पड़ेगी आपके साथ, और हम सख्ती करेंगे।
Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Manipur, Assam, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, Telangana and Jharkhand are among the states that have already imposed complete lockdown till 31st March. They have also imposed Section 144. The Meghalaya government on Monday shut down 17 government departments till 31st March and imposed curfew in 2 districts. Along with lockdown, the Haryana government also announced a Haryana Corona Relief Fund. CM Khattar also made a donation of ₹5 lakh from his personal account. All MLAs have also decided to contribute their 1-month salary to the relief fund. Khattar has also announced special financial assistance for people in below poverty line category and low-income groups like daily wagers, labourers, street vendors and construction workers. Meanwhile, all domestic commercial passenger flight operations will be suspended from midnight tonight till March 31st to restrict travel. India has already banned international flights for a week from Sunday. In addition, all immigration checkpoints have been closed and no one will be allowed to travel within the Indian territory via air, sea, land or river route. The World Health Organization lauded the Modi-led government's decision to impose a lockdown in the affected districts of India, besides suspending trains, buses and metros. In a statement released to the media, the World Health Organization's Southeast Asia Regional Director said, India has been rolling out a comprehensive and robust response to prevent and contain the spread of COVID-19. The World Health Organization also said, India has huge capacities and must lead the way in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic.
It's really, really important that India continues to take aggressive action at the public health level and at the level of society to contain, control, suppress this disease and to save lives. India led the world in eradicating 2 silent killers, or eliminating them in the country. Smallpox, one of the greatest successes of mankind, a virus that killed more people on this planet than all the wars put together. India, through targeted public health intervention, ended that disease and gave a great gift to the world. India also eliminated polio, another silent killer, and did a tremendous job on surveillance and finding cases and vaccinating and doing all the things that need to be done. So India has tremendous capacities. All countries have tremendous capacities. When communities are mobilized, when civil society is mobilized.
And now let's connect with our news correspondent Anu Diwan for more updates. Anu, now that the lockdown has been announced in all 32 states and UTs, what measures are being taken by the government to ensure that there is no panic among the citizens?
Definitely, Aditi. Around 500 districts, more than 500 districts have been locked down, seeing the rising situation of coronavirus in the country. Just that the people don't create panic. Yesterday only we have seen that people were not following the rules of lockdown in the country. In the country we have seen. The Prime Minister had to intervene in between and ask the states and administration to show that people should follow and ask administrations and state that people should follow the lockdown situation strictly in the country, in the districts also. And today if we see that the situation have changed, now the people are following the lockdown in the countries, and wherever the curfew is imposed, they are following it and not going out from their homes. And if we see that in other places also, the police and the other administrations are taking strict actions against the people who are not following it. And just to see that there is no panic in the country, no panic among the people. Already the state government and central government are working together so that there is no panic. And today if we see that around 8 p.m. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is again going to address the nation on this COVID-19 situation in the country. Those all eyes and ears will be on his address, and people are basically, now we see that people are following the advice of the government and also following whatever the advices or the advisory government is issuing. And if we see that today all the metros, rails, transports and other things have been totally locked down, and people have no other option but to stay at home and help themselves to come over the situation and not to be in the contact with any of the COVID-19 situation in the country. The government main aim is to spread to lock down the spread of COVID-19 in the country. If we see that today 492 cases have been reported, that are much a higher number, but still we are on the stage 2, and the government aim is that we should not cross the stage at least, and because the stage 3 is really worst stage, if we see it's a community transmission stage. So the government aim is to protect its people from entering that stage. Over to you, Aditi.
Thank you so much, Anu, for providing us all those updates. The government is ensuring India's preparedness, monitoring the situation, and further enhancing testing facilities to chalk out mechanisms to fight COVID-19. Prime Minister held a video conference with industry bodies to discuss the country's economic situation amid the coronavirus outbreak on Monday. Prime Minister urged the leaders of India Inc. to allow employees to work from home and not to cut down on workforce despite the negative impact of COVID-19 on businesses. CII said its member companies will help scale up manufacture and availability of essential goods and equipment needed to deal with the medical emergency. Prime Minister held a video conference with industry bodies to discuss the country's economic situation amid the coronavirus outbreak. He urged the leaders of India Inc. to allow employees to work from home, and also he urged not to cut down on workforce despite the negative impact that COVID-19 has created on businesses. CII has said that its member companies will help scale up manufacture and availability of essential goods and equipment needed to deal with the medical situation that has been created in the country because of COVID-19. And now let's connect with Kriti for more information on this. Kriti, PM interacted with industry on mitigating economic impact of coronavirus. What more can you tell us about it?
Well, Aditi, the biggest takeaway that we have is that Corporate India has assured Government of India that there would be no shortage of sanitizers, masks and other medical equipment. So that effectively means that businesses across India would produce masks and sanitizers and other medical equipment at no profit basis. The Corporate India has also assured the government that it will actually create a battery of volunteers to help and aid Government of India in providing the relief measures. The Corporate of India has also said that several hotel rooms would be converted into medical beds beds in order to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. Very specific demands that corporate India has made, that is of one-time rollover of debt of businesses, including the LLPs and proprietorships, and also a very specific demand of providing a 90-day moratorium in case of statutory and regulatory compliances. So that is very specific demand that the corporate India has made, and of course has assured Government of India of providing all help to ensure in combating this menace of COVID-19. Aditi?
Thank you so much, Kriti, for all that information. In its effort to contain the spread of the deadly coronavirus, the government is trying to boost healthcare facilities across the country. The government has asked the states to prepare special hospitals to deal with the situation arising out of the pandemic.
स्टेट्स को ये भी रिक्वेस्ट की कि डेडिकेटेड हॉस्पिटल्स, पूरा का पूरा हॉस्पिटल जो कोविड-19 केसेस के मैनेजमेंट के लिए हर तरह से यथासंभव तैयारी के साथ रहे, वो उन हॉस्पिटल्स को भी रेडी किया जाए। ये हम भी सब स्टेट्स को बोल चुके हैं।
Indian Council of Medical Research Director General Dr. Balram Bhargav said that 12 private laboratories chains have 15,000 collection centers and have started testing for COVID-19. He said 2 kits manufacturers have been approved so far on the use of drug hydroxychloroquine as prophylaxis for COVID infection. He said it can be given to asymptomatic healthcare workers involved in the care of suspected and confirmed cases of COVID-19. Meanwhile, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi has decided to indefinitely shut down OPD services from today for the first time ever.
12 लेबोरेटरी चेन्स रजिस्टर हो गई हैं और उन्होंने काम शुरू कर दिया है। इन 12 के ही करीबन 15,000 कलेक्शन सेंटर पूरे देश में हैं और ये काम जारी है और हर मिनट ये बढ़ रही हैं लैब्स। किट मैन्युफैक्चरर्स की टेस्टिंग के लिए फास्ट ट्रैक कर दिया गया है ICMR NIV पुणे में और 2 किट मैन्युफैक्चरर ऑलरेडी अप्रूव हो चुके हैं और ये भी स्पष्ट किया जाना चाहते हैं इस समय कि ये FDA CE अप्रूवल मैंडेटरी नहीं है। ICMR NIV प्रमाणित भी जो टेस्ट किए जाएंगे वहाँ पे फास्ट ट्रैक बेसिस पे वो भी स्वीकृत हैं और इनका प्रयोग किया जा सकता है कोविड टेस्टिंग के लिए।
In view of the coronavirus outbreak, states and union territories have been allowed to lift food grains for 3 months on credit from the Food Corporation of India. This decision was taken to ensure adequate supply of food grains to the public and financially assist the state governments. Around 75 crore beneficiaries come under the public distribution system. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman made this announcement on Twitter that her ministry will ensure that the states do not face any cash constraint in distributing food to those in need. The Rajya Sabha election scheduled for March 26th has been deferred amid India's fight against coronavirus. The Election Commission will review the situation after 31st March. The polls were to be held for 18 seats that will fall vacant after the term of members end. The EC had declared polls to 55 Rajya Sabha seats on 25th February. Another by-poll was announced later to fill the vacancy caused by resignation of BJP MP Birinder Singh. Polling for all seats was scheduled for 26th March. After 37 candidates were elected unopposed and nomination papers of a TMC candidate for a West Bengal seat rejected, polls to 18 seats are now due. The number of COVID-19 cases worldwide has crossed 350,000 with over 15,000 deaths. The World Health Organization has warned that the coronavirus pandemic is accelerating with more than 3.5 lakh cases now confirmed. It took 67 days from the first reported case of COVID-19 to reach 1 lakh cases, 11 days for the second 1 lakh and just 4 days for the third 1 lakh. But WHO Director General said it was still possible to change the trajectory. Meanwhile, UN Chief Antonio Guterres has called for a global ceasefire to enable the focus to shift on the true fight of our lives as he referred to the coronavirus. He said the ceasefire would allow humanitarians to reach populations that are most vulnerable to the spread of COVID-19.
Our world faces a common enemy, COVID-19. The virus does not care about nationality or ethnicity, faction or faith. It attacks all relentlessly. Meanwhile, armed conflict rages on around the world. The most vulnerable, women and children, people with disabilities, the marginalized and displaced, pay the highest price. They are also at the highest risk of suffering devastating losses from COVID-19.
Italy reported 602 deaths on Monday, bringing the total death toll to 6,078 in the country. This was a decline for a second day as the country enters its third week of lockdown measures designed to keep the spread of the disease in check. Saturday's record toll was followed by a late-night address to the nation, in which PM Giuseppe Conte announced the additional closure of non-essential factories. Meanwhile, the first cases of community transmission of the novel coronavirus have been recorded in Argentina. There have been 262 COVID-19 cases in the country. Argentina had announced obligatory quarantine to curb the spread of coronavirus, but now mandatory measures are to be announced. Germany has expanded curbs on social interactions to try to contain the coronavirus outbreak, banning public gatherings of more than 2 people. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Monday ordered Britons to stay at home to try to halt the spread of coronavirus, closing non-essential shops and warning that those who do not follow the rules face fines.
Too many people become seriously unwell at one time, the NHS will be unable to handle it, meaning more people are likely to die, not just from coronavirus, but from other illnesses as well. So it's vital to slow the spread of the disease, because that is the way we reduce the number of people needing hospital treatment at any one time, so we can protect the NHS's ability to cope and save more lives.
Meanwhile, coronavirus continues to spread in the US, which currently has over 43,000 confirmed cases and has reported 533 deaths. More than 100 coronavirus-related deaths were reported in a single day for the first time since the outbreak. As a result, on Monday, Washington, Ohio, Louisiana, Oregon, Michigan, Indiana, and Massachusetts became the latest to issue stay-at-home orders for residents. Wisconsin, Delaware, and New Mexico will follow suit on Tuesday, taking the total number of states withdrawing behind closed doors to well over a dozen. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump, under fire for labeling COVID-19 the Chinese virus, has said Asian Americans should not be blamed for the outbreak. For the first time in 6 days, China has reported a new case of coronavirus in Hubei province. The new case was among 78 reported across the country on Monday, of which 74 were imported from overseas. That brings mainland China's total of 81,171 confirmed cases. China also reported 7 new deaths, bringing the national death toll to 3,277. In recent weeks, the number of locally transmitted cases has fallen in China as the number of imported cases has risen. In an important decision, the 2020 Olympic Games will be postponed by 1 year because of coronavirus. The announcement was made by International Olympic Committee member Dick Pound. It comes after UK, Australia and Canada said they will not compete in Japan. Financial markets in Europe, US and Asia continue to fall despite fresh action by the Federal Reserve to support the American economy. The US Central Bank said it would buy as much government debt as needed to soothe markets while providing new financing for households and firms. Investors are worried about economic damage due to the coronavirus. Parliament was adjourned sine die on Monday as both houses curtailed their sittings in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak. The budget session was scheduled to end on 3rd April. Lok Sabha passed a Finance Bill 2020 without any discussion. More than 40 amendments were introduced to the Finance Bill, which were moved for consideration and passing by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Some amendments moved by the opposition were negated. The bill gives effect to the financial proposals of the central government for fiscal 2020-21. A decision to pass the bill without any discussion was taken at an all-party meeting convened by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. The Rajya Sabha too was adjourned sine die on Monday ahead of the scheduled amidst coronavirus concerns. The upper house clocked 76% productivity during budget session and passed 12 bills. 249 public interest issues were raised in the upper house during this period. A day after being sworn in as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan passed the floor test in the State Assembly today by voice vote. No member of the opposition Congress was present in the House. As a special session of the State Assembly began, Chauhan moved the proposal to seek trust of the House, which was endorsed by members through the voice vote. After Chauhan passed the floor test, the House was adjourned till 27th March. 61-year-old Shivraj Singh Chauhan is back as Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister for a record 4th term. In a Twitter message, PM Narendra Modi congratulated Shivraj Chauhan, calling him an able and experienced administrator who is extremely passionate about MP's development. Former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir Omar Abdullah was released today after nearly 8 months in detention. Abdullah was detained in August when the centre decided to end special status to the former state of Jammu and Kashmir and divided it into 2 union territories. Omar Abdullah was charged under the Public Safety Act. On 13th March, Omar Abdullah's father, Farooq Abdullah, also a former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, was freed. And with this, it's a wrap on this edition of Midday News. Thank you so much for joining us.